Okay, welcome back to the next episode of the Hazel run-through of Clan Quest Mod. We last left off, we had sort of turned Victoria and her mortal gang and Jesse and everyone against one another. And so basically now Hazel is the de facto Bishop of East LA, and we're a member of his pack. And so we're just going to continue with his storyline here. Ariana's been turned into a vampire. She's joined the pack as well. So let's just see what Hazel has to say for himself.
I hold my head warily this night, as woe besets me on all sides. I fear I may soon lose my temperament and lash out at those closest to me. The imminent destruction of the House of Hazel is again endeavored. Your efforts were for naught. You failed. Do you know how I feel about failure?
Let's see here. What the hell are you talking about? I killed that developer just like you asked. By the way, I just woke up today. It's like the only time I'm going to have to record this. So I hope my voice doesn't sound too fucked up.
And still, my problem persists. I asked you to take care of it once and for all, yet here now, men in the city, in their cheap suits and their blithe smiles, would undermine my authority quite directly. Damned be the alderman that would declare this building condemned. A public hazard, he calls it? He should worry for his own hazards. The steeple is all this public has.
So I suppose you expect me to do something about it.
The Alderman Mendoza is a phony, a fraud, a charlatan. The good people of this city will do well with his bloody body crucified on my altar, and his soul in hell. It's an insult to my eminence that he would cast stones at the righteous. Show him no mercy, and send him on his way from this world.
I'm leaving the subtitles on because like 2 people commented yesterday and said they liked the subtitles. So I guess that's enough of a vote that I should keep the subtitles. It's very distracting for me, but I think people appreciate it. Okay, any bead on where I can find this guy?
The man revels in his vices nightly. The local watering hole is where he's known to be. Find him there and see him to his maker.
I'm all over it.
Go! Go! Let the words of Hazel Tomes guide you into the night, knowing that you walk a holy path.
Amen, Father. Okay, so we, name of Hazel. Hazel's angry. The city inspectors sent by a local alderman have declared it condemned and have scheduled it for demolishing. He said the alderman knows will be found at the El Tenampa bar. It's time to get to the bottom of this matter once and for all. There it is again, once and for all. Once and for all. I should stop saying once and for all. Oh, look. Just walk right through her. Isn't that odd? This game's just full of surprises, isn't it? So Hazel follows this path. I can't remember the name of it. You know, in the Sabbat, there's this idea you abandon your humanity and you find some new way to control or manage the beast. And he's of this path. I can't remember the name. But it has to do with basically power as its own reward. And so it's all about respecting authority and people in positions of power, and more importantly, acquiring power or stealing it from those people who you feel don't deserve the power that they have. And so I think that's pretty well reflected in the dialogue that you have with Hazel. It's always encouraging you to make the most of the situation, embrace the beast, gain power and influence. Okay, so we're gonna go in this bar. I'm gonna talk to this alderman or city councilman. It's the same thing. No one came to pick up Joaquin. His body's just still laying in the middle of the bar. I was like, oh, well, smells, but Not as bad as the rest of the urine stains in this place. So he's back here talking to this chick. And he's leaving the bar, but let's have a word with him.
Ah, evening. Always happy to meet a voter. What's on your mind tonight?
Actually, I did have something that was bothering me. Why are you trying to tear down the church?
Yes, the old mission. It's a fine church. I used to go as a boy, you know. But it's a sorry sight these days. It heavies my heart to see it torn down, but it must be done. Unfortunately, it's become more than just an eyesore. It's a hazard. The old roof is just waiting to collapse.
Let's see. Let me check. Okay. Don't lie to me or you'll be eating your own teeth.
I see. Sorry to disappoint you, but there's no juicy story behind it. It's just plain, simple, boring city ordinance. No drama, no agenda, no nothing.
Wasn't that property already planned for renovation?
Maybe. It's not my concern. I'm trying to enjoy an evening with my friend. Why don't you take this to city council if you're so concerned?
I think I'll do exactly that. This isn't the last you've heard of me. So he's like being very obstinate. Oh look, the body disappeared. Someone carried it off. You can just kill him, but this is another one of these instances where I thought it'd be fun to do like a tailing thing. You just follow him. So we'll wait for his date to leave. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. Yeah, some of these character models that people made for Clan Quest mod, it's almost really unfortunate that a few of them, a fair number of them, are just these sort of like one-off. There he goes, down the street. We'll follow quietly from behind. Are just sort of these, where's he going with this date of his? They're just these one-off characters that I use, you know, once. Like Mendoza here, for instance. Really well-made character model. But you talk to him for like 2 seconds, and probably most people just kill him in this quest. And that's that. So, I don't know, maybe there'll be some opportunity another day to just repurpose or reuse that model. Because Zoltar, the guy that made he outdid himself. It looks so good. Daniel Williams did this prostitute. She looks pretty good too. She's based on Heather though, and as we found out, Heather's facial structure is just kind of weird. So you're not sure if this is sort of like a transvestite prostitute or what the deal is. Also, I found out while making this quest, the male animation is significantly faster than the female animation for walking. And so there's like almost no way to handle it. Like he just walks way faster than she does. This is just like he goes in the Mack's house and just leaves her behind. She's like, wait up, these heels are killing me. Like my feet really hurt. I'll be there in a second, I promise. Anyways, so this city councilman and his prostitute date go in the Mack's house. Followed Alderman Mendoza from the bar back to the Mack's house. How interesting that he's a client there. You should inform Hazel of such. I will do that. I shall also feed on this woman who's mailing a letter on an empty street. I might actually manage to keep my humanity relatively intact. People mention that the streets are kind of well populated in East LA for a rundown neighborhood on a Tuesday night or whatever. But you actually, I don't know, I think you see this in like lower class neighborhoods. there'll always be a lot of people out on the streets. So I was watching some videos about Skid Row in Los Angeles. Still just walk right through. That is weird. Why is that? I really have no explanation for that. Yeah, I was watching these videos on Skid Row, and people living on the street. There's just people everywhere, like all hours of the night and day. It just never slows down. So I think that's sort of a more accurate representation of a bad neighborhood. You will see more people living on the street out at all hours of the night.
The prodigal daughter returns. But does she bear good news or simply squander her time?
We never really asked Hazel any questions. So let's take an opportunity to just pick his brains a little bit. Did we? I don't remember. We're going to do it anyways. I need to ask you some questions, Hazel.
What questions haunt you?
I want to know more about the Sabbat.
And what is it of the great saber of Cain you wish to know?
Just in general, what's it all about?
Ah, the Sabbat. If you wish to know the Sabbat, child, you seek to unknow your humanity. Our sect is the surest tool to free you from the bondage of your mortal morality and embrace the true nature of the beast, that which is the true source of our strength, that which so many wish to carelessly, hopelessly hide beneath layers of pretense and principle.
How can a bunch of beasts unleashed function together in a society?
Have you not known the world around you? This city is full of hungry dogs, and the meek are nothing but food for the strong. When your heart still beat, was it any different? Perhaps kind do a better job, hiding their motives behind words and gestures. But in this life, we have the courage to show all the world the teeth we bear.
So what's stopping me from knocking you off your high horse?
Ha! Now I can see the spirit of Hazel Tomes flowing through you. But I remind you, child, it took God himself to topple Babel. Wolf you may be, but in this unholy house, humility is still a virtue.
We'll see then. How do you indoctrinate people into this life?
Know this, child. The Sabbat picks only the ripest fruit. Those that, whether they know it or not, desire to be plucked from the mortal coil. But even then, the weak must be culled from the herd. Every Sabbat, every true Sabbat, has undergone a crucible, a rite of passage, to ensure that they have earned their place among our honored ranks.
What kind of test?
Just as you and I and every Cainite among us is different, so shall be thy trial. Something suitable, something to strip away whatever scrap of humanity still lives within that heart. Whether it means snuffing out every breathing connection you have to the world of the kind, or simply mutilating a single face beyond recognition. The weight of the burden shall only be lifted by the foreclosure of one's soul.
What about me? I never did anything like that.
You are an exception, child. Let us hope that you are exceptional.
I see. Let's talk about something else.
What questions haunt you?
Gee, I feel like my voice, I could do Bertram now. I want to ask you about someone.
Who?
Someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me. See, this is the exposition you need to really get into Victoria's quest. You remind me of someone I met. Ever know a guy named by the name Vic? Bishop Vic?
What? Where did you hear that name? Tell me straight forth and honest, and maybe I won't cut the tongue straight from your head.
I ran into him, and the resemblance is striking. Now he's no. He's got a couple different things he says in response to this. I just hear things on the streets.
What you hear are lies, false prophets, detractors. Those that would pervert my truth for their own twisted agenda. Do not speak to me about this again, and do not believe the filth that runs from the mouths of gutters.
Okay, forget it. Didn't realize it was such a touchy subject. Why don't you tell me about someone else?
Who?
Let's see. What's this Mack guy all about?
Foppish, wasteful, and profane. He's nothing but a sad ballroom dandy. If he's wise, he'll know that the light of my truth will shine on whatever filthy, clandestine desires he holds, no matter how dark the shadow to which it's cast.
What's his story, though?
The man says he's of the Sabbat. He says he's packless, nomadic. To speak plainly to you, I don't care for the way he dresses, the way he carries himself. I just don't like his face. But my loyal followers sometimes find his services useful. So I dare not show him what I think. Not yet.
And what exactly do you think of his services?
I don't need what he's selling. I have no use for the market he trades in. I found absolution of sin darker than the simple, meager vices he can offer.
Well, tell me about a different person then.
Who?
I wanted to ask him about himself.
What question? Who?
Tell me about yourself.
I am the cross on which lies the unbelievers, the liars, and the wretched crucified. Hazel Tomes is a pillar of this community. I hold up this congregation, as I hold up the truth for any
Ooh, I
possessing the
found a typo.
wisdom to bathe in my unholy glory.
A typo. What's your church really about?
This congregation is about revelation. This is about those that have the will, the strength, to not only seek revelation, but impose it on the blind. Those that reject the gospel are pretenders, unwilling or unable to free themselves from the vestiges of their frail humanity. Penance is painful, violent, beautiful, just the same as the liberation of those that have shared my revelation.
Let's see. What about you? What are you all about?
You want to know, Hazel Tome? You want a story? I'll tell you a story, boy. In fire and blood, I saw the lie that kept me in bondage. I spent a lifetime trying to reconcile Jesus Christ crucified with the sin that was in me. But in that moment, in that rebirth, I saw that sin was in me before I ever committed any. I saw there was never any change coming, except the change being forced on me by the monster that recognized that lie and just had to lay it bare before my prideful eyes to see. You understand? This is all there is. Hazel Tomes is all there ever was, and all there ever will be.
And if you've ever seen the movie Wise Blood, that whole backstory makes a little more sense. Basically, if you can imagine the protagonist of that story, at some point, instead of his conclusion that you normally see in the movie, falling off the rails and being turned by some crazy asshole Malkavian into what you see here on the screen. Okay, let's see. You're freaking me out, man. I gotta get out of here. This homeless woman is just gonna walk right by us while we're having this very intimate discussion.
The prodigal daughter returned.
Okay, we need to talk, Hazel. Something fishy is going on. I think we have a traitor among us.
A traitor? The Sabbat are truly a wily bunch, and I have my suspicions. But it is not our place to cast stones without rocks to throw.
That Alderman, the developer, something's not right about all of this. I've got proof that the Mack's gotten to Mendoza. What if he's been manipulating things all along?
You stoke the fire of my suspicions. A man of that stature without a pack? It's not right. He's been an odd fellow since he conveniently showed up on our doorstep seeking asylum. If he truly wishes to undermine my endeavors, then perhaps it's time to pay the paltry pimp a visit. Guilty or innocent, he's overstayed his welcome.
What are you going to do with him?
Gather the pack. We'll come in force and cast him out, just as Lot was banished from Sodom and Gomorrah. He may sling words, he may sling bullets, but no matter the case, dare he turn to face us, our righteous congregation will turn him to a pillar of dust.
Let's take him down. Let's take him down. You say you need to grab Ariana, but that's a lie. You don't have to grab Ariana. My bad, guys. She's transparent anyways, so. Hazel 5. Okay. So you see, kids, there's a parallel story here. Very much follows the same overall arc and structure of what you have with Victoria. But there's some twists and turns depending on who you chose as your pack leader, or which pack you fell in with, I should say more accurately. So we're gonna go deal with this Mack now. Obviously we'll get a different cutscene here.
Hazel? To what do I owe the pleasure? You, brought your whole pack. Everything all right on this beautiful evening?
It is a beautiful evening, isn't it? But not so beautiful as the truth. No, few things are as fine as laying out falsehood and lies. Laying them out bare and stripped. Exposing the pustulant, rotting core beneath it for all to see.
Sure. If you say so. What exactly are you preaching here, buddy?
About you, of course. Even as the words fall from your lips, your eyes, your colors, they betray you, my handsome friend. Your presence among the Canaanites of this city has been a mystery to me for far too long. But it's all so clear now.
Look, I don't have time for this, you crazy asshole. Just say it plain, what's on your mind, so we can discuss this like rational men. For once.
Crazy? What's crazy about me? I have 2 eyes, don't I? Am I so blind I wouldn't see that it's your clients that have been the ones acting against me? Is it crazy to think that your greed would supersede my authority?
You've been digging where you shouldn't, Father. Look, nothing I've done, it's never been personal. This is all just business. Let's both be smart about this. Be like businessmen. Let's both just walk away before we burn bridges we shouldn't.
It is not your place to tell me where to dig, you worm! The only thing I intend to burn is the flesh from your bone. There is a price to pay for your sins, and I will collect it in blood.
Fine. I had about enough of your insane bullshit anyways. I've dealt with trash like you before. You had your chance to walk away. Vincent, let's deal with these clowns.
Yes, let's deal. You can't kill shadow monsters with claws. Unfortunately, you can kill ghouls. Ghouls are fucking my health up. Get him, Ariana. Get him good. Turned you into a prostitute and you got him good. Alright, so.
Now, see? That's how the unholy are cleansed from my parish. I condemn pretenders and Judases alike. There is no quarter for those that would stab me in the back. Worthless pimp. The Mack, I spit on your ashes.
You said it. I never liked the guy.
Indeed, he stunk like the scum he was. Since the first day he stained our domain with his treacherous presence. I would have ended him much sooner. So, my acolyte, I praise your divine intervention. But only in truth do we find victory. Let us ransack the departed's depraved den and see if we can shed some light on his betrayal.
Sure, I'll take a look around. Okay, so It's kind of the same thing as before. You got some clues, you got some paintings that might be of some significance, and you've got a computer here. Where's it? Playboy. So meet tonight. This is. I don't know how. Like, this is the repetitive sort of content from the last run through. It's nothing really unique about this, so I'm not sure how careful I'm going to be about sort of demonstrating this. So the scruff. This is the email from Virgilius. This is the guy who in Gary's computer had notified Gary that the job was done. And then we've got this Tonio G, somebody working with Bruno, and fellow Sabbat. So a message from Bruno Giovanni, thanking the Mack for his usefulness and cooperation. And we got finances. So the thing that makes a little more sense here now is this transfer to City of East LA of $15,000. Essentially bribing the city to tear down Hazel's church. The rest of this fits if you were following Victoria's storyline. Okay.
So, our dear Mack's lust for money is what led him to dark temptation and this raucous end? It doesn't cost any money to know the truth. You can't buy it for dollars and cents. Fool! But, the matter of the sarcophagus, it is an interesting one.
What's up with the camera? That sometimes the camera gets off kilter. Don't tell me you're going to be chasing after that damn thing too.
As I recollect, it is you that seeks the sarcophagus, is it not? Or perhaps you'd prefer to explain to the Archbishop your sudden crises of faith in the Sabbat.
Really? You're not at all interested in it?
The Sabbat penned the genesis of Hazel Tomes, and their first decree is to destroy our bastardly fathers. That's where my loyalties lie. Temper with me, little girl, and you'll get what's coming to you.
Whatever, I got what I needed. I'm out of here, you nut.
I never met anybody that deserved what could be taken from them. The Giovanni can cut their forsaken deal with the devil. It won't make any difference. The Sabbat will deny them what they never had. Now, herald the Archbishop and rally the pack. We have business to get to tonight.
I'll go let Andre know what's up. Okay. So we're gonna hit the road. We're gonna head downtown and talk to Andre about this whole Giovanni thing. Hopefully the game doesn't crash right now. That'd be really disappointing. A lot of people still complaining about crashes in the game. Which
No.
I gotta feed on somebody here real quick. This chick's all alone. A lot of people are complaining about crashes, and well, let me just take a second then to make this into a bit of a public service announcement. If you haven't installed the 4.0.1 patch, not the mod, not the base installer, but the patch, you should do that. Playing along at home, okay? A lot of people don't know that I released this a couple days after releasing the mod, but it helps with the crashing issue. So if you didn't already know, there's a patch, 4.0.1 patch. If you're playing along at home, after you install the mod, install the patch. It should help with the crashes. Can't say it enough because people just don't know it's out there. Anyways, let's go talk to Andre. Gunshots. People are having violent fun times.
Take it over.
Oh no! I was enjoying his mumbles, but now he's gonna be vampire food. Almost people. Fuck, I was doing good. I had 5 humanity. I'm down to 4. It's a bummer. Okay. So if you're playing along at home and you're not interested in seeing the new dialogue options from Hazel and Ariana, you could probably just call it a day, because it's more or less the same at this point. I'm gonna do a different ending, but you know, just wait till the last episode of this Let's Play. So, anyway.
Why do you return empty-handed? The sarcophagus must be secure. Our time grows short.
I don't have the box, but I have a lot of news. The Giovanni have been working against us. I found and killed a nomadic Sabbat that sold it to them. The sarcophagus is at the Giovanni mansion.
Feeble, tactless necromancers. We will pry the sarcophagus out from their dead cold ashes. You have done well, Cainite. You have served the Sabbat loyally, and you will be rewarded. But your quest is not yet over. You must still retrieve the sarcophagus before those foolhardy would-be pretenders open the accursed box. Take this blade to flay the skin off their bones.
I look forward to watching them suffer and reveling in their blood.
Go now to their mansion. Return with the sarcophagus and spare no one.
You'll see me soon. Okay. Okay, we'll talk to Hazel and Ariana now.
Let those heretics, those necromancers, play with fire they don't understand. The only real ghosts are the ones we keep for ourselves. Anyone with real wisdom knows this. Hazel tomes will crumple the bones in their necks and show them what raw, unfettered power feels like.
So I guess that means you're coming with me to the mansion.
Returning with the prize in hand is exactly a glory befitting Hazel tomes. I'll join you, indeed.
Well, let's head out. Okay, so we're going to talk to Ariana now, and you can kind of see how she's starting to change.
You know what I fucking hate? Thieves. I can't fucking stand them. I work so hard for everything I've ever gotten, and some fucking asshole wants to take it all away from us. I don't fucking think so. Not while I'm still breathing.
You know you're not breathing, right?
I swear on my dead mother, you breathe one more word about vampires or any of that bullshit, and I'll slit your fucking throat.
Uh-huh. You know what we're after tonight, right?
I know I've had about enough of you and all your fucking questions. Why don't you mind your own goddamn business?
Fine, let's go get back what's ours.
About fucking time. I'm gonna slice those animals open and bleed them dry.
Okay. Oops. I'll just oversave this file. So before we head to the Giovanni, I feel like there's one diablerie that we should indulge here. That is Velvet Velour. Good old Phoebe. She is only available. Oh, look at the police. They're like, ah! Fuck. Run away. Run away! Great, now I gotta wait for the stupid police to be done chasing me. Go hide. So while we're... Okay. Let's see here. I can actually use Auspex. I don't see any Popo. He's right there. Oh shit, I can't talk while I'm hunted either. So yeah, Vivi, you can't Diablerize her unless you go with Hazel Tomes. And that is because if you remember watching the other episode, I guess I'll just spoiler it because I'm assuming you've watched this video already. If you've watched the previous Let's Play, you know what happens to Arturo. He gets in with Diablerie, and he makes references to how he finds his way to Hollywood, and by happenstance meets Vivi, and he Diablerizes her. He talks about the beast just taking control of him, and so, you know, there's this continuity issue that if you had Diablerized her at some earlier point, then that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. And so that is why you have to have locked in with Hazel for this to happen. The other thing is, Vivi is unlike any of the other kindred that you can Diablerize in that she doesn't actually try to fight you, she tries to escape you. And she's actually really good at it. There's a very good possibility that I am not going to capture her because she is really hard to catch. Oh shit, she's supposed to be upstairs. That's a bug. It's because I never came in here and talked to her. This is going to be this might actually not even be possible. This is a bug. She should be upstairs. Never mind, I'm out of here. Because she runs away and she uses her high levels of presence to stun you. And well, let's just see if I can get her.
Look who's back.
Yeah, but I'm not who you think I am anymore. I'm rolling with the Sabbat these nights. Whoops.
Oh, are you into that kind of thing? Ugh.
I didn't come here just to flaunt it. See, my new buddies and me, we got this thing called Diablerie. I want to show you.
There's only one part of my body I don't want anyone entering. And that's my head. Show yourself out.
I'm not leaving first without taking what I came for.
No! Get out.
What are you doing to me? So you get stunned. The trick is you kind of have to get in front of her. You have to block her, kind of. And use your own stun effects. There we go.
Have you already forgotten your humanity? You may be able to wash that blood off your hands easily, but please, let the dead rest in peace.
Yeah, if you don't... Look at how fucked up her body looks. It's... female models in this game just never... Oh, there she goes. Now she's just like, check me out, baby. What was I saying? Yeah, if you don't have a stun ability like Dominate or Animalism, it's really hard to catch her. You got what you deserve. I suppose that's... No, then that's would be... I don't Diablerize her. Not likely, you stuck up slut. I'm going to savor gulping you down. ... What have you done? I've died twice now, and I could do it again, but I can't stand to have my heart broken another time. You're part of me now, Susan, and the less I hear your voice, the better it is for the both of us. Let's see, do I have... maybe you can live in a world without love and laughter. But all the killing, the carnage, I won't do it again. Another typo, God. There's no changing this. You might as well accept it. I will never put my heart into the hands of a monster like you. I only need you to know one thing. I'll make you into a monster too if you don't learn your place, you clueless bimbo. You couldn't. I'll never raise a hand against another, hand against a single... I'll never raise a hand against a single beautiful human soul. So the trick with her is we can actually subsume her. You need to be explicit in your threats. David Hatter's not the first or the last person you care about. I'll bleed each and every one of them dry and make you watch every second of it. Don't test me. No, please. I I couldn't bear it. Fine, I'll give you my soul, if it will spare countless others. That's what I thought. Now shut your mouth and leave me alone. Great. So, what did I get? I got another dot in Auspex and a dot in Subterfuge. So, of all the Diablerie outcomes I could hope for, that's probably like the most worthless. I was hoping I would get Celerity, and Subterfuge is really just not going to help this character build. People have had a lot of mixed feelings and suggestions about the Diablerie system. Some people think I should do something like let you pick your disciplines that you get, which I can kind of see why.
Need a ride?
I feel like half the fun is that it is a little bit randomized, like you don't really know what you're getting and if it's going to be worth it. But also it's a little
What are
frustrating
you waiting for? Go! Go!
when you get kind of like worthless stuff or stuff that really doesn't help your build. Oh shit, okay. Spilled my coffee. Let's get going. Ariana says,
Can we go now? Let's go already.
yes, let's get going. I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as we can. Past most of the guards in front. For mood, you kind of want to kill him, but it's not actually necessary. I think you have to kill this guy or the door won't open. And I think you do have to fight Bruno. So by extension, you have to kill a lot of the guards.
Hey. Hey, stop right there.
Kill that guy over there. I'm going to assume they did.
Freeze!
These guys chilling. Diana's got some decent celerity. Hazel, meanwhile, is like, I shall punch him ineffectively instead of using my Auspex and celerity gun points. We're gonna chat about that, he and I, if I get an opportunity here. Girl, you need to move.
Freeze!
Oh no. Now they're gonna start fighting each other. Actually, can I talk to him? I want to tell him to use guns only.
What?
Let's talk about combat. Use ranged weapons. She already knows. I'm gonna tell her.
What? What is it?
Let's talk about combat. Use ranged weapons. Okay, great. Goes down, but you still have to kill the rest of the guards because that's how we get the Diablerie sequence. this guy. Just chilling. So I'm at 3 humanity, and I know I can't subsume him, and I kind of prefer not to frenzy 100% of the time, so we're just gonna let him go. Don't actually have to Diablerize everyone you meet. Yes, watch you squirm. That sounds nice. Goodbye, Giovanni scum. What is she shooting at? Stupid dumb AI in this game is ridiculous. Get him, Hazel. Get him. Cool. Alright, fantastic. Guess what, though? I hate this level. It's dumb and pointless, and one of these modders I hear so much about should really do something. Wow, there's a dead dog and it's chopped into bits. I never noticed that before. That is insane and terrifying. I am so... What? How have I never noticed that before? That is bananas. Oh, I love it. This game never ceases to surprise me. Anyways, I was making a joke about how someone should fix this level that's kind of like pointless and empty, and I got interrupted by a cool thing that I'd never seen before. But we're just gonna skip this part because it's not that fun to watch, and you've seen it already in the other Let's Play. We're just gonna skip to the boss fight. Oh, what the fuck? That has never happened to me before. I hope that doesn't crash the game. Alright, we just have to go up. Right? Right? I don't know where I am. Alright, we're gonna fix this. This is probably more interesting than watching me let's play this otherwise empty map. Oops. Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's see here. Can we just go to the origin? Oh, that sucks. I've never had that happen before. I'm just gonna have to reload. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that's fucking annoying. I was doing all that to try not frenzy. Isn't that sad? Look at this. I've never... I thought this was going to be a very ordinary episode, but now I've seen 3 things that I've never seen in Bloodlines before. Dead chopped up dog, a corpse floating in a pool, and a frenzy causing me to fall off the map. Oh, Bloodlines. Like a loyal lover, you never cease to surprise me.
Hey.
Hey guys, can we yeah, I'm just gonna walk on your heads.
Right there.
Yeah, I wanna talk to this dude. Don't go in the closet, don't go in there.
What?
Combat. Use ranged weapons.
What? What is it?
Let's talk about combat. Use ranged weapons.
What? What is it?
Get behind me. Okay, so let's do this again. Back here. For your loyal companions here. Someone in here? There's another guy. Okay. Let's just run. Sounds nice. Goodbye, John Scum. Okay. Come in here. This guy. Okay. And isn't it ironic, don't you think, trying to save time by using no clip and then having it take even longer? Okay, let's go look at that chopped up dog again. Holy fuck. That's crazy. Makes me want to watch that Jennifer Lopez movie though, where she like goes inside this serial killer's mind, and there's like this cow that they chop up into little bits. I forget what that movie's called. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. I feel like that's what they got that from, because that's approximately when that movie came out. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. This time with 50% less frenzy. You have frenzy? Frenzy? No? No? No frenzy? Great. So we're going to just skip all that nonsense. It's literally just me running down empty hallways. And skip to the boss fight. And first save the game. Now last time I had egg in my face because I said this fight was easy. So I won't jinx it again.
Kindred, your presence here violates the agreement.
Yeah, okay. Consequences, I like the sound of
There
that.
is an alliance between...
Yeah, the alliance, we all know. LaCroix, I dumped
We'll
that clown.
give you...
Alright, let's do this thing. Come at me, bro. Bro, come at me. So. Look, Hazel's missing his hat. Now they're gonna fight each other. Get him. Oh, I'm dead. I'd be dead. I jinxed myself again. Jinxed install of them myself. 42 though. I think part of it is that I still don't have the 4.0 patch installed. And so there's a lot of XP points that I'm actually missing. Again, public service announcements. If you have not installed the 4.0.1 patch and you're playing version 4.0, please install that patch. Okay, back to the Hallowbrook. Okay, cool. We got the sarcophagus. We got our pack. Let's talk to Andre real quick. Like, there it is, hanging out in a pile of muck.
The sarcophagus. Securing this artifact has saved us all a terrible fate, child. If there was any doubt to your allegiances before, it is a distant memory, for you have earned the title through Sabbat.
About fucking time. Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get this fucking thing?
Tell me, did victory ever come so sweetly to you in the short time you spent with the Camarilla? Bark your angst at me if you must, but know that had you made different choices, you would now face ungrateful tyrants and resentful sycophants. I, however, humbly give you my thanks. Take this, a toast to your success. Our celebration is short-lived, however. Envious detractors will soon come in force to steal what we have rightfully earned.
Well, you seem like you're set. I think I'm gonna hit the old dusty road.
I know it may seem easy to wash your hands clean of this business, Canine. But you have proven yourself worthy of a task of this importance. More than ever, the Sabbat needs you. I need someone trustworthy and competent. I need you.
I need you. Oh my god, this voice actor. It's so important that he did a good job with Andre, because that line delivered incorrectly would sound so fucking cheesy. So, another little round of applause for Peter Coleman for nailing this dialogue. So be it. If it won't be settled until LaCroix is dead, then let's eat his heart.
I have not wasted my time here while you crusade across the city. The sarcophagus seems sealed firmly, fixed shut. But I've devised a strategy for us to see who or what is in the tomb before we destroy it.
How are we going to do it?
Dr. Johansen, the scholar who excavated the sarcophagus, has arrived in our domain. He is kind, vulnerable, and frail. His arrival is quite auspicious. An expert on the artifact. Surely he knows how to open it. Ergo, so soon we shall know too.
Where is he?
I only just learned that he is residing a few blocks from here, at the Empire Hotel. Pay the studious doctor a visit on behalf of the Sabbat.
Another chore. Can't you find someone else to do this crap?
I have demanded much from you. I understand your agitation. Your competence has begotten you only a heavier burden to carry. I promise we are acting for the greater good of all Canaanites. For your blood and tears, We all shall carry the bonds of the ancients more loosely around our necks.
You know, Andre, I'd stop making you kiss my ass if you stopped asking me to do shit. What's it gonna be this time?
Glean what you can from the old man. We need knowledge, not unsolicited mortal attention. Do what is necessary to make him talk. Then end his life. If he proves obstinate, bring him here. I can make even his most guarded secrets my own.
Why don't you just do this yourself if you're so good at interrogation? I'm sick of running errands.
The Camarilla, the Anarchs, the Giovanni, the Nosferatu. All these roaches will come scurrying to the sarcophagus soon. Someone must remain to quash them. I must spearhead the troops. I am giving you an opportunity, child. Do not waste it testing my patience.
I am testing his patience because I'm trying to get the bad ending at the end of the game, so I'm just trying to be as obstinate as possible. Whatever, you sold me on this Sabbat thing on freedom. I'll do what I want.
Make haste and tread carefully. Any astute Canaanite in this city will anticipate this step. You must reach the doctor before this door closes.
I won't waste time. Okay, so we're coming in on about an hour here, and I think that should be good for episode 2. I think we'll probably wrap things up in episode 3. But in any case, hopefully you're still watching and enjoying the playthrough, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.